2 minutes and counting.
I'm doing good. I thought about politics. I'm so interested in everything.
George Washington, the founder of our country. First president, right? George Washington. Can you hear me okay? We're doing a sound check. You hear me okay? Okay, great. Help me again with your name. Christine. Christina. Okay. Christina.
Greek version, not English.
Yeah? Tell me about that. Christina's not English? Doesn't work for English, or it isn't?
It isn't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Tell me where that is. Does it have to be German?
It's actually Greek.
Greek. Okay. Wow.
People mistake it all the time. They want to say English.
Huh. Is it? Yeah. Where does it derive from, or what other names or words come from that? Christine. Christ? Christo? I don't know.
Believer in Christ.
Uh-huh.
Believer in Christ.
Yeah, that makes sense for that kind of a name, huh? Great. Do you happen to, are you a believer in Christ?
Yes.
Oh, it works out then. It worked out for you, huh? Great. Well, let's see if we can get this going here with our lighting such as it is. And it being almost 5 o'clock, we now see the hour is about arrived. And as a founder of our country, one of them, right? One of them, George Washington said, he said, when it was time for the meeting or whatever, he said, are the guests arrived yet for the meeting? And apparently George Washington said, it's not, has the man arrived, has the hour arrived? So whether that's true or not, if he said it or not, sounds good, makes it going to make a great movie someday. Somebody ought to make a movie about George Washington, right? Imagine that. So, listen, we're going to start today with something pretty simple. I want to say welcome to Colton First Christian Comedy Club, second month, second week, yes. And we have our very special guests here tonight, Brian Petrasek, Juan Cias, ladies and gentlemen, the very funny professional Juan Cias. For those of you watching at home on the internet, all across America, all across the internet, right? Amen. Tucker Carlson, right, needs to get washed in the blood of the Lamb. That's all there is to it. And President Rittenhouse, Brandon, hey, they're next. So I want to say this is a show, it's a comedy show, so if you see anything in here that either you don't get, right, it's not for you. It's for him, probably. Jokes, that's a good one. And then we tried to make it easy for some people to, so we got a lot of different comics here. I'll start out with a song. If you know the song, you can sing. Otherwise, the first comic we got coming up, it looks like Brian Petrasek will be up next. No, first we got Dr. G in just a second. But I want to start by introducing Dr. G. Come on up, my friend.
Are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing in a minute, but you're going to be up here with me. Yeah. He was a music teacher. One of them, for years, he was at Colton High. He was a music teacher at Colton High, right?
Hello.
Dr. G, come on over here. You got to be in the line here. Sight. Ready? We're going to sing a song. I don't know if he knows it, but he could sure do one of these things here, right? Yeah. I was once a sinner, then I came, pardon to receive from my Lord. This was freely given, and I found that He always kept His word. Well, there's a new name written down in glory, and it's mine. Oh, yes, it's mine. And the white-robed angels will sing the story. A sinner has come home. Well, there's a new name written down in glory. Gotta stay in tune, and it's mine. Oh, yes, it's mine. With my sins forgiven, I am bound for heaven, nevermore to roam. Amen. Praise the Lord. Okay, now we are going to start with our friend Dr. G. He'll be giving a special greeting and then a special talk on the history of one of our most important churches here at Colton. Long time, Colton First Assembly of God. Here you go, Dr. G. Take it over.
I'm supposed to talk loud. Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all. And so this is our second effort. We started in December, and some of you were here last time. And so I'd like to thank you all for coming. And we're here at a nice place, at a nice restaurant, good people, and it's all fun. Let's give the restaurant a round of applause.
Yes. Venue. Excellent.
All right, very good. Last time I was here, I shared my favorite verse. And the verse that's in my mind that popped into my head today was John 14:6, where Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me. And that is really cool because Dr. G's motto is that it's all about Jesus. And so I think that's really important, really, really important. So I wanted to share with that. And then the message today, I want you to think about this little phrase that I heard this week. It says, Christianity is a lifestyle. Think about that just for a second. Think about that for a second. Because sometimes, you can go to church and you kind of mark it off on your calendar book, and then the rest of the week, what goes on. But take it out in the public, take it out in your everyday life, and share that with other people. And be a Christian. Don't just do it on Sundays or check it out. Be one all the time. And this is a good outreach like this, just being out in public.
Amen.
So I wanted to share that with you, something to think about.
You saved over there.
All right, very good.
Good.
So, the order of business, I was asked to talk a little bit about Colton First Assembly of God, and that's a big, tall order. And although it's not the first church in the city, it came a little bit later, it was very impactful in our city. And I can't catch all of the history in a 10-minute presentation, but I can talk about a few things, and I decided to pinpoint 3 milestones, 3 phases of the church, and I just wanted to share that with you tonight. Only take a few minutes. The first milestone is the name Jack Colburn. Think about that for a minute, and I'll tell you who he is in a minute, but he was 25 years as pastor of that particular church, and what he represented, what he did was really big and impactful. Number 2 was the building project of the First Assembly of God in Colton. And then number 3 was the community involvement about this church. So my job is to talk a little bit about history of these churches. Last time we talked about Centerpoint Church, I believe, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to briefly talk about each of these 3 milestones. Like I said, I can't cover the whole history of the church in 10 minutes. It's impossible. But I picked 3 milestones that I think you find is interesting. First of all, the first one was Jack Colburn. Who is this guy? He was born in Georgia, and at the time in the 1960s, he was working at a pastor in Southern California. I believe the name of the church was called Quail Valley Assembly of God, near Menifee, Waldemar, if you will. I'm not really sure that area too well, but I think it's in that area right there, between those two. And he was a pastor during the 60s. Him and his wife, LaVon, worked there. And so this guy is doing his thing, but he got a call that there was an opening in Colton at this church, and so he decided to go ahead and give it a try and check it out. And to make a long story short, in December of 1966, I believe it was, he came to the city of Colton. He hung out at the church, met the people that were there. They put him on the schedule to preach at that particular ceremony. They had lunch, said their goodbyes, and away on home they went. And they said, okay, we'll get in touch with you. Okay? That being said, so they're driving home, him and his wife, and he tells his wife, LaVon, hey, call the guy from the church and tell him that I'm not interested in the job. I find that very interesting. Well, the wife never made the call. So the next day, Colburn, he calls the church, and as soon as he got an answer on the phone, the gentleman that answered the phone said, hey, congratulations, you were just hired as the new pastor of the Colton Assembly of God Church. And there he started with us, and then he worked there for 25 years or so. And so that was a long one. So we'll put him aside a little bit, but that was how he started, where he came from and how he got started. So there we go. Part 2 of the phase was the building program. And the building program started in 1945. The church started in 1945, and it was on the east side of Colton. And on the east side, it was a small church, about 150 people, on the corner of Larch and Ivy. And that went on for about 40 years. Fast forward to 1965, the pastors of that particular church got together with the church board, and they decided to purchase 2 acres of land over on Pennsylvania and Citrus Street. They purchased those two. That was between 1965 and 1967. The problem with this, folks, here was this church on the east side of town, and this other church was located on the west side of town. And there was a big fight among the church, and they had a church split at that time, right in there. And the church split was because that property across the street was the Crane Toilet Company. And kitty corner to that was a cardboard company. So the split of the church at that time, was a big contention. They didn't want to be next to a toilet company. And number 2, the church was way on the outskirts of town. What in the world are we going to do out there? That's where the church started. So fast forward a little bit to 1967, Jack Comer came in, and he went on a building program. He built this church right off the bat. In 1967, it was a 200-seat auditorium, which turned out to be a little kid's chapel. 10 years later, they built another building that was about 550-seat auditorium. 10 years after that, in 1988, he built a third building, which was seating 1,000 people, and it is an absolutely huge church. So that's the Jack Colburn part, and that is the part of the building program.
I remember him.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the part that deals with community involvement, that came a little bit later. Fast forward to 2006 under Jonathan Flores. And Jonathan took over the membership. The enrollment was about 100 people. He increased it to about 550 people membership, so he did a really good job. And he was committed to community involvement. And he said that he got a calling from God not to be just a pastor of just a church, but to be a pastor of an entire city. And that was his approach to this. And during that time, he increased the membership to 550 and got involved heavily in the city and in the school district. And there was 2 big shifts in the church at that time during his tenure. One was a shift in demographics. When he started in 2006, it was 80% Anglo and 20% Hispanic. And after 10 years, it flipped around to about 80% Hispanic and 20% Anglo. And as a result, he instilled a Spanish-speaking ministry, and they had a Spanish-speaking school at the church, and he did a great job. And then the second shift that he had a meeting with the city councilman, like me, and they were meeting at lunch. And the city councilman was applauding him and congratulating him on all his work that he was doing. And he says, you know what, we appreciate everything you do for the school district, everything you do for the city, everything you do for the committee, but you're not doing anything with us. So that was the second shift in the thinking, and they got involved in the school district graduation ceremony, baccalaureate ceremony. They did car washes, they did sales, they did Christmas time, they did Thanksgiving time, they did Halloween time. They attended council meetings, and they got heavily involved in the community of Colton. So if I was to bring everything into a nutshell, this church has a legacy of community involvement. And the message from Colton First Assembly of God is that not only can a church have an impact of their congregation, but a church can have an impact on the community and on the city. So that's it in a nutshell. So there you go. And before I end, one question. What kind of fruit did Adam and Eve eat in the Garden of Eden? Let's hear this. I want to offer this. Oh, is that me? Question. There it is. Anybody would like to answer that? What kind of fruit did Adam and Eve eat in the Garden of Eden when they sinned? What kind of fruit was that? Huh?
Apple.
That's what everybody says. Go ahead.
Tree of knowledge.
What?
Tree of knowledge.
What kind of fruit?
Figs?
Adrian, what do you got?
Well, it was
Oranges.
The Bible doesn't say. The Bible doesn't say. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, Randy, you're up. What kind of fruit?
Yes. You know what? I could go try to get him. Where?
Right there. Hang on. You see that building up there?
Everybody says apple.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody says apple.
That's what I thought too. I thought you were telling a joke, so I'm like, what would be the funny punchline?
Well, I'm not a funny
Brian's walking over right now.
Well, let's see if we can figure this one out. One going, I don't know.
Okay.
I know. Everybody thinks it's that.
I'll say apples or figs.
Figs are, you know what? Figs is a good guess, though. Yeah, that's a very good guess.
What's that? A pig, huh?
A very good
I
guess.
agree. I agree. I agree. Okay, you two look this way. Then I should
All right, here we go.
Okay, good. Great, very good. Then Dr. G is famous for 3 minutes.
Dr. G, would you ask Russ to turn on the lights, please?
What do you need?
Would you ask Russ to turn on the lights? Thank you. All right, here we go. All right.
Well, it's in grades right now.
Great. Okay. Super. Wow. We're getting off to a start, right? That's a start. Great. Thank you, Dr. G. And we will now move on to the next part of it, which is Brian Petrasek will be coming up, and then we'll have Juan Cias, and then of course Luke Savage, and hopefully another special guest. But what we'll do now is I need to make sure that everybody took their
He said they were on a timer.
on a timer, of course. Great. And then okay, my dad, I recently got news that my dad died 2 weeks ago. There's that. And then we're going to be, our organization that we're supporting tonight is the Yucaipa Animal Placement Services in Yucaipa, and otherwise known as, to put it straightforwardly, a no-kill animal shelter, right? And they place the animals. So we already have, if somebody wants to do a matching donation, all those of you out there in TV land, if you hear, because one of our guests, Brian's mom wrote a $50 check to the Yucaipa Animal Placement Services. Good job. This is good, very important. And so I'm remembering my dog tonight. We're going to be having to put our beautiful dog to sleep probably very soon. It's very sad. So there's all this kind of stuff going on, and then I have to come here and, you know, I don't have to worry about being funny. I'm never funny. But of course, how many people have died recently, right? We need to think about this while Brian's on the way back, right? We have to think of Louis Anderson, right? You know, and you know it's going to be funny in a minute because it's a comedy show, right? Yes? Okay. Louis Anderson, rest in peace. Seriously, I just looked at Facebook and all the stuff going on with my dad, and well, Louis Anderson, I don't know how he died, but he had, the last time I saw him, he was on the celebrity diving competition. See that? And he did a swan dive from, like, you know, an Olympic height. And yeah, he was fantastic. So rest in peace. Then of course my dad, and then Gavin Newsom, right? Joey's dead. Yeah, he's a clone. Gavin Newsom's a clone right now. I saw that guy on the news. He said, Gavin Newsom's dead. He died of COVID, and he's a clone. Perfect. Makes perfect sense. So rest in peace, Gavin Newsom. And then also ivermectin. Hey, how about this now, right? Speaking of jokes with the shelf life, ivermectin. You guys taking your ivermectin today? Did you take your ivermectin? No? Why not? No? No? Okay. Did you take your ivermectin? Listen, how about that? What a deal. Spotify, right? You get all the music except for Neil Young, but you can still get medical advice on Spotify. Wow, I'm telling you, right? how happy are we, should we be today that we can still get medical advice for $12 a month? You can get medical advice, right, on all the medications that you need to take for $12 a month. You can get this information from Spotify. Woo! It's heavy duty out there, man. I'll tell you, Neil Young and all these people are looking out. We need to watch. Look, if you're going to get your medical advice, it's got to be properly vetted, right? Spotify, $12 a month, medical advice. You can't beat it. And then also, the many benefits of ivermectin, huh? How about that? Spotify searches. Hey, I learned this about Spotify. Thanks to ivermectin, I know now that Spotify, there's from Sweden. I'm stepping out of my sight line here. There's from Sweden, so good for the Swedes, right? Ivermectin. And then these jokes have a shelf life. Oh, did it stop? Don't worry. Did it? Wait. Oh, did it? Oh, that's okay. I'm getting a good audio right here. Fine. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Don't worry about it. Thank you, though. We got good audio. Yeah, but these things have a shelf life, right? What are you gonna do? You never know who's watching. You never know who's looking, right? And there's a difference between. I like to think about this. I don't need to worry about the camera anymore. Being offended, right, at jokes, and just being offensive and telling jokes. And I'm not trying to be offensive. And there's some jokes. It doesn't matter how many times years have passed. It's never okay on some things, right? Ask Michael Richards. It doesn't matter how many years have passed. So you just don't say certain words, man, right? You don't do it. And when you get canceled, because I have some cancel culture jokes. Yeah. Oh, that's what's going on. You know, hang on a minute. I got my phone ringing here. Cancel culture. Yo. Okay, what's happening?
Canceled right now.
He's at Juan, Colorado, dude. He told me he's at Juan, Colorado. Okay. Just come on back. Yeah. All right, come on back, dude. I don't know what to do. I can't. What can I do, Dr. G? I can't control everything. I can't fix everything. The other performer got lost.
Turn it over to Jesus.
Hey, turn it over to Jesus. Right. That's right. That's all you can do. Right. Just a little talk with Jesus. Just a little talk with Jesus. Just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Yeah. Okay. Just come back. Just come back. All right. Goodbye.
Was that Jesus?
I literally don't have time for that. Christina, I don't have time for this. I literally don't have time for this, Christina. Right? Christina is literally a follower of Christ in name and in deed. That's her name, is Christine. I guess in the Greek it means follower of Christ or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Good job. So, you get a better seat in heaven, I suppose. Good for you. Some things that are in your way can actually help you, right? Like ivermectin. Right? Now we know that Spotify came from Sweden. Ivermectin, thank you. Footholds, motivators. No, but now there's a shelf life to some jokes. You can't tell certain jokes. It's not funny. It doesn't matter, even if you think it's funny, right? Like we got some. It doesn't matter. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I don't have medical advice for you, Dr. G. Take your ivermectin if you want, but I don't take it. I don't know anything about it. You got to go to Spotify to get your medical advice, right? You have to go to Spotify to get your medical advice if you don't have health insurance. $12 a month, you get medical advice, right? Can you? You don't have to laugh. So, but the thing is, listen. It's some things it's not okay if you get canceled, right? Ask Michael Richards. It doesn't matter how long sometimes things have passed or what you think. Look, do it, but you're going to have the consequences, right? You're going to get canceled. You say certain words. You ask certain questions. But how do you can appeal the cancellation, right? We all know Michael Richards labeled. Wow. Bad mistake, right? He's labeled. Well, some people didn't like Seinfeld, so they say that was a mistake. Whatever. But then he went on later and he made this other mistake where he did this thing with the word. Remember the word he said? Do you remember that word? Do you remember the word Michael Richards said? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say that word. I won't say it. Some things aren't funny. Also, people, they want to know. I'm not here to tell anybody how to think. I don't care what words you say when you're talking to me. Just don't say them out loud to me. Say them in your head. Also, one other thing I want to say, it's serious. It's going to sound like I'm joking, but I'm not. Well, I am, but it's not what you think. You got to be careful some questions you ask because you get canceled, right, Dr. G? If you ask certain questions, just for asking, right? Like you could say, hey, is it too soon for this kind of a joke? But if you say the kind of a joke that you're asking if it's too soon for, that might be too soon to even ask, right? I'm going to say it, and this is not a joke, and I'm going to say it. I mean it. It's not a joke. It's, at least it's for me, it's never okay to make a Holocaust joke. There you go, I said it. Yeah, and then also, I'll tell you why, listen. And also, look, sometimes you gotta, look, it's edgy. Juan, this is an edgy comedy show. They're not all bad, because some of them are good people. I'm not trying to lump everybody together, right? No, I'm serious. Sometimes you literally have to kill Nazis. You have to. Not all the time and not all Nazis. I'm not saying all Nazis are bad, but they literally didn't take a poll on D-Day and say, if you think 70% of these Nazis are good, no, they had to literally go and wipe Nazis off the face of the earth at one time. That was the plan. Now it's okay, right? You have Nazis driving down the street and running people over in cars, and I assume some of them are good people. Good people on all sides, right? Right? There's good people on all sides, ivermectin and all that. So, it's not to be funny, but I am going to tell you this. We run into this a lot today.
There he is.
There he is.
Hey!
Well, let's see now. Okay. Hey, did we ever find Luke Savage?
No, I looked everywhere.
Okay, well,
Dumpsters,
we're
everywhere.
going to go on stage now, friends, with Brian Petrasek, and here he is. We're a little offbeat today because of we're deluged with death, friends. The boomers on the hunt, man. They need the mortuaries today. I'll be there. I'm 54. My kids that I used to hear, Brian Petrasek, ladies and gentlemen, and friends.
Sorry, no, if you want
No, you're up. I'm introducing Brian Petrasek, friends, and I'll get the camera going in a minute. Friends, it's never okay to make any Holocaust jokes. Don't do it. And sometimes it's necessary to kill Nazis, but not always. And not all Nazis are bad people. Was that funny? The Nazi part? No, never mind. Forget it. Okay,
No.
Brian Petrasek, here you go. Edgy comedy for adults, not for kids.
Just the end of Nazi.
There you go. No, seriously. Not all people are bad. Only some of them. There you go. Brian Petrasek.
Not all people are bad. Give it up for Srandall. I didn't say it was funny or unfunny. I just don't think either way. I don't want to say it was good or bad. I just said, I don't know. I go look for Luke Savage, and I go to a restaurant, and they tell me I don't have a mask on. I say, I'm looking for someone. What does me looking for somebody have to do with a mask? Like, give me a mask, and I'll have a mask, and it won't be a problem. You can't come in here if you don't have a mask and $100. Well, give me $100, then that won't be a problem. Exactly. I need $100. Does anybody have $100? Thank you. People say you need to fix your drinking problem. Give me the $100, man. Then there won't be a problem. Thank you very much. My name's Brian Petrasek. Nice meeting you. You thought I was done. Yeah, no, I haven't even. It's like Al Pacino at the end of Set a Woman. I'm just getting warmed up here. Hoo-ah. Everyone says, do some impressions. We don't want to hear you. I'll do some dance moves. Okay. I'm ADD, yes. I'm ACDC, Dirty D's, and the Thunder Chief. I'm ODD. I'm manic depressive. I have hypnotic episodes, mixed episodes. Oh, plus I'm bipolar, and I talk to myself and answer my own questions. That way I get the answers I want. And I'm an alcoholic. My name's Brian. I'm an alcoholic. I have a drinking problem. I'm on a liquid diet. I drink beer. I'm just kidding, I'm not on a diet. But anyway, let's hear it for everybody here coming out here tonight. Yeah! Oh, shoot. He said he was going to record me. I don't even know where the recorder is. Where's the recorder? The reporter. Oh my God, I don't know, man. It's, where's the recorder? Where did he go? Gnarly! Wow, man, I don't see a recorder. Do you guys see the recorder? I thought it was right there. It's gone. Like my love life, it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sandra, please give me some footage so I can go on Jay Leno in a time machine and go back 20 years and say, Jay Leno, give me a shot, man. Because if I try to go now, nobody's going to want to give me a chance because COVID. Yeah, everything's because of COVID. Yeah. COVID. And they got the melted virus and the Delta virus and the Helter-Skelter virus and the Yo Mama, Jermaine, Pain, Insane virus. They got all kinds of viruses, man. Where are these viruses? What is with the viruses? Oh, I sound like Jerry Seinfeld. What is the viruses? No, I sound like Bill Cosby. That's even worse. Why you red man Jello pudding? That's all you have to say, Jello pudding, and people love the impression. How do you say Bill Cosby got in trouble? Jello pudding! At least I didn't say COVID. Jello pudding! My name is Petrasek, and hello everyone, how are we? Give it up, come on, get that energy up! We're not gonna take it. How's the rest go? Oh no, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna. I can sing too. I sing a very good Louis Armstrong too. Let's give it up for Black History Month. I celebrate Black History Month. I love diversity and different artists. That's why I love Louis Armstrong too. Do you guys like Louis Armstrong? I see trees of green. I see red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. Oh yeah. When I was a kid, I tried to do that voice, and I always was into voices, so I'd be like, and I got pneumonia trying to do the voice. I mean, I almost killed myself trying to do that voice as a 7-year-old. And I had this, I used to impersonate this substitute teacher I used to have. He used to sound like Richard Nixon. He'd be like, "Sit down, you little bastards. You're driving me crazy today. I'm not a cock. I'm not a cock. Oh, you need to sit down, Brian. Word to your dad, word to your mom. I'll blow you up from here to Nam, you son of a gun. Sit down." And I'd be like George Bush, "Why tell me what to do?" I'd even throw some Bill Clinton in there and be like, "Yeah, all right. Hey, I'm doing Matthew McConaughey now. That's right, baby. Hi, huh?" It's like when I called the suicide hotline, they said I procrastinate too much. They said if I wanted to get the job done, call the Clintons. Hang in there, Jeffrey Epstein, hang in there. That's what I'm saying about that. Hi. I'm very politically incorrect because I don't even believe in voting. At least, but we got a good mayor here. Mayor? Council, man. Council, give it up for city council. Next president, man. Okay, you probably be better than the last two ones, okay. I'm not allowed on Twitter. I'm gonna just have to go somewhere else. Of course, you can't say when they're doing social media this anymore. You gotta go like this, right? Now it's all on the phone. I have a 3-year-old nephew. Give it up for that. I didn't have myself. My sister has a 3-year-old, and you know what he does? He wants to use my sister's phone all the time, and he's like, phone, and then she pulls the phone away, and his finger's still going like this. He's like, phone, E.T. phone, my precious phone, yeah. Going from Lord of the Rings, I don't know. I need the phone. My precious must get the phone, yes. You can't have the phone, you're possessed by the phone. The devil is inside the phone. I tell you, I'm doing Rodney Dangerfield now. A girl told me she was going to blindfold me, tie me up. Next thing you know, I heard a train. Oh, that's edgy, very edgy. My dad the other day told me to take a long nap off a short bed. What is it with Dad, man? Dads are great. My dad, I love him, but my mom, she spanked me growing up a lot, like smacked me in the face. Like 2 weeks ago, Mom. She's like, "Brian, man, I wish they would turn up the radio a little louder. Like, seriously, I can't. Seriously, I wish you would turn up his motorcycle a little louder. Because that just makes my act so wonderful. And when they go by and they're so loud, you can't hear all the non-laughter. Seriously. And that's okay, because there's only like 5 people here tonight, and you guys are being good sports, and that's fine, but I know you're probably talking to somebody more important than me. I get it. I'm not important.
Sorry, my kids.
Kids are, well, no, I think, did you bring your kids here last time? I have no kids. My sister has 1 kid, and that's like 20 in 1, I feel like. I babysat her kid one day, and I swear to God, that's why I talk about straitjacket. I went crazy, and I babysat him for 10 minutes. And I felt like 20 hours. I went to Disneyland for the day, too, with my sister and her kid. And 10 minutes into Disneyland, he made a friend. 2 minutes later, he kicked him in the groin. I'm like, wow, that kid may not have kids of his own someday. Good job, little guy. Kicking the kid in the area. And that's not being dirty, that's just part of the human condition. I'm going 10 minutes in, man. You're already kicking people, lighting stuff on fire, all that stuff. He almost gets off the ride. We were on, I think it was like, Pirates of the Caribbean or Space Mountain or something, and he almost gets off the ride. I'm just kidding, we weren't on Pirates. Yeah, he got off on Space Mountain. No, really. But he almost got off the ride. He's like, I want to get off the ride. And he tells my sister, Mom, give me the phone. Phone. Crazy, the kids are crazy. I want to just rest in peace. You guys look Bernie Mac growing up? You ever listen to him? I wish I could get the ghost of Bernie Mac to come babysit these kids. Sit down and shut up. 8 times 2, that's 16 smack across your head. Thank you, Bernie Mac. Rest in peace. I love the dead comedians, the dead Kennedys, the dead, everything dead. My brain in the morning, dead. But I have lots of weird twerks and twicks. Like I see beautiful women and I start shaking. I get really nervous. I get shaky hands and hungry eyes. I'm like, I sound like Ozzy Osbourne. I do another weird thing. I have a weird condition. I hold in farts in my stomach. Do you ever do that? And it's like, you're looking at me like I'm crazy because I know somebody here has done it. Hey, have you ever farted and looked at your shoe and said it was that made the noise? I know somebody here has done it. And why does it smell? It's an old shoe, that's why. Now, if you let one go, I say, like, I'm gonna let one go, you can't go like this right afterwards, right? Because you'll look guilty. Do you ever use your body as a fan, though? When nobody's looking, you're kind of like... Go that way. And I know this is disgusting, but this is everyday life. You walk into a bathroom and you see a big dude coming out and you go, he was the one driving the pickup truck that said caution wide load. And you're like, I'm definitely going to need to hold my breath before I go to the bathroom. Cover my shirt. Just like when I don't have a mask. I don't have a mask. I don't have a mask. I'll cover my face. That's right. I'll cover my face because I'm a good American. And I don't want anybody catching that Delta Helter Skelter virus, okay? Okay. We got to market it right. I will build a wall around the Delta virus, okay? Okay, thank you, mister. Now, mister, please. Now I sound like the one on, what was that? Happy Gilmore. Okay, I got another one. Sandro, how many more minutes should I do? 3 hours? Thank you. No, as long as somebody's laughing and listening, I'm good with that. I have a stutter. I don't even really stutter. I just want to say I have a stutter just to say I have a stutter. What I do, though, is I want to See, he's talking right now. Not that that's a big deal, but when people do that, I'm like, what are they saying? Are they talking about me? What are they thinking when they're talking? What are they saying when they're talking? Are they talking about me? Are they talking about somebody that I know that's going to talk to somebody, to say something to somebody to get me in trouble because they know I did something? It's like when people don't answer me, it drives me nuts. I'm like, why aren't they answering me? They're looking at me and not answering me. I brought cookies to my work the other day, and the lady in the office didn't answer me, and I said, I brought cookies. Why aren't they answering? Are they mad at me? Is my zipper undone? What's going on here, man? And nobody laughs. Why aren't they laughing? What are they thinking? He's not funny? He can't call Jay Leno. Jay Leno's not going to ever take you, man. You're done. You're over with. Jay Leno's going, I'm going to end this band. I'm not going to let you on my show, Brian. You're not funny. You look funny, but you're not funny. Oh, my God. Jay Leno doesn't like me. What am I going to do? I'm getting the light already. See, and then I'm thinking, oh, my God, it's 12 minutes. I'm having so much fun getting the light. I'm having a great time. I feel like I didn't even go that long, see? But I get the light, and then I think, oh my God, I'm getting the light. Does that mean I didn't do good? Does that mean I'm not funny? Does that mean everybody thinks I'm not funny? Does that mean they're going to go tell everyone he's not funny? And then everybody's saying, oh, you're not funny, Brian. You look funny, but you're not funny. Oh, my ego, my confidence. Oh, no. What am I going to do? I'll just go bungee jumping with a cord around my neck. Thank you. My life is over. No, really, I don't care. What's that?
Another death joke.
Yeah, it doesn't always kill, but, you know, I got one more, though, my favorite, because people like impressions. I want to do 2 more impressions, and then I'm going to do, people like impressions better than me ranting and raving. This is therapy for me, though, gosh darn it, I'm not going to say blasphemous, because it's a Christian show. I want to have Gilbert Gottfried, yes, what would Gilbert Gottfried say? Oh yes, my voice is so annoying, people look forward to hearing Yoko Ono instead. Yes, my voice is so bad, you could send it to the Middle East to get ISIS to surrender. That's right, Gilbert Gottfried. The other one I do is when I get drunk, I start doing Christopher Walken. Wow, I get drunk and said to myself, why do I ever watch You Know Where, if you know what I mean? Wow! But the other one I do is Joe Pesci. Yes, it's me, Joe Pesci, huh? I'm gonna run for president. That's right. Vote for me, all you all need stitches. Vote for Joe or go sleeping with the fishes. Don't go for the smelly Joe, go for this Joe, yo. Yo, that's right, like Jesse from Breaking Bad, yo. My name's Brian Petrasek, and I got to get back to Penn State Mental Hospital because they will not let me out too long. And I'm 39 years old, and my mom still tells me what clothes to wear. I'm 39 years old, and I still have a curfew. But I have a dog who loves me. Finally, I have a woman in my life that likes to jump on my lap, lick my face, and show me affection. Get a dog, people. Come on. Get a dog. Bow, bow, bow. Hey, speaking of that Christian comedy show, I'm going to do one more now. Because I was thinking about rap, right? Rap music, right? What about Snoop Dogg being a Christian rapper? Wouldn't that be tight? Bow, 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 yippee, yo, yippee, ay. It's all about the G's. It's all about the us. Bow, 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 yippee, yo, yippee, ay. When you brush and floss, remember, Jesus died on the cross. Bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, ay. The floss goes, I try to do the floss, but I don't know how it is. Okay, well, we got DMX, what? They say I have Tourette's, what? When my nose, what? People think I'm Eminem, I don't know. I'm like Eminem with the nuts, because I'm like crazy, right? And I have Seth Rogen's laugh. I don't know why. Actually, I had that as a ringtone on my phone. Along with Chewbacca. That's my alarm clock to get me out of bed. Ooh, you must get up. Of course, you must get out of bed. My name is Bob Petrasek, man. I'm crazy in the head. Thank you. Look me up, Twitter me, Twitter me. God bless you guys. I'm out of here. Thank you, Sandro. God bless you.
Thank you, Brian. I had to take my mask off in case we accidentally kissed. You never know. There's some guys you don't want to be wearing a mask.
Wouldn't be an accident.
Yeah. Well, okay. Hang on a second. All right. Okay. Now tonight, the good thing about hosting tonight is how my dad, right? I recently got the news. Hey, I told you, right? Reed, I recently got the news that my dad died, right? Did I tell you that? He was 80 years old. Yeah, I did. I'm serious. I thought he was a health nut, right? Wasn't he a health nut, Selena?
Yes.
He was like the original, like, local guy you knew that was Jack LaLanne. He was a Jack LaLanne disciple from the time he was 18. He started reading Jack LaLanne books, and he died in his sleep apparently at 80 years old. So I'm celebrating my dad tonight in memory and wearing this tie, and then we'll be having a celebration of life. But so I'd like to sing a song before I turn it over to our good friend Juan Cias. A very funny man, friends. He's a credit to his race. We're going to find out what race that is in a minute. I don't know what it is. He's a credit to all funeral professionals, and he's a credit to all men with no beards. If there's any men out here that want the hero in their midst, it's him. He doesn't have a beard, he's a man, and he's a credit to his race, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. We'll find out later. So I'd like to sing a song in honor of my dad, and he was a great Bible teacher, I would say. Not only did he love teaching the Bible, he's one of the best Bible teachers ever. So for that, my comedy that you now have, you can thank my dad, right? Because he taught me a lot of the Bible that I know today. Amen. So I'd like to sing a song. It's an old song. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. His name is wonderful. I don't know the rest of it. You know it? Lord. I don't know that song. Whatever. It's about Jesus, right? That's the main point. And I'm not talking about, well, I am maybe. I'm talking about your gardener, right? My gardener, Jesus, is doing a great job. Jesus Galdames, right? Amen. Do you need do you want to meet my Jesus? You want to? Okay, well then you need to send me an email because I got his number at my house. Yeah, he can do a good job on your yard. No, really, seriously. All right, I want to introduce Juan Cias. He, in many ways, giving a big. So, if you like what you see, you can thank him in part because he featured me on many of the shows that he did last couple of years. And if you don't like what you see, he's to blame partially. Juan Cias, come on, make us laugh, my friend. Yes, Juan Cias, a good man, a good professional, by the way. Speak up. I got your audio recorded right here.
Awesome. Keep it going right now for Srandall Lopez. It's Srandall Slopez, everybody. This is a fucking weird. I'm sorry. This is a really strange night, everybody. I'm sorry.
No kids are here. Don't
No
worry.
kids. Either way,
Put on the flyer.
I try not to drop the F-bombs. It's not professional, you know. But I thank you guys so much for coming out, supporting live comedy here outdoors in Colton. I realized when it's going to be a Christian comedy club, I was like, it's going to be a good, safe place. It's a nice, safe place.
Well, now.
They said it was Colton. I was okay, never mind. That all goes out the window. No, it's not a safe place. It's Colton. But either way, it's good.
Wait, that's not funny.
When I heard it's the first Christian comedy club, I was like, okay, it's Colton. Like all the rest of them are Catholic. The rest of them are all Catholic out here, you guys. A lot of Mexicans, you guys. A lot of Mexicans out here in Colton. Which I am. I'm one of the Mexicans, you guys. Not in Colton, but I was born and raised out in San Bernardino, you guys. Not too far, San Bernardino. Born and raised out in San Bernardino. Yeah, I made it out of San Bernardino. I'm alive here today, so I'm alive, you guys. Not a lot to do out in San Bernardino. Not a lot to do. Mostly all there is to do is like listen to drugs and like take drugs, listen to oldies. That's how much I'm on the drugs, you guys. Take drugs, listen to oldies. Any fans of the oldies out here? Hell yes. Love me some oldies. Love me some oldies, man.
Art LeBeau.
Art LeBeau, man. That's why I love driving to some Art LeBeau, man. Love cruising up and down the boulevard in San Bernardino listening to some Art LeBeau. If you don't know who Art LeBeau is, he's this very old DJ who just sends out shout-outs and dedications like the most random people. He's like, this next song goes out to Chewy. Chewy, this song's from Sad Girl. Sad Girl says she misses you. She'll see you in 6 months. 3 with good behavior. Here's searching for my baby. Kisses. It's like, right on, man. I love it, dude. Guys, that's what did Srandall already announced there. I'm a mortician, you guys. I'm a mortician. I pick up dead people for a living, you guys. That's my actual day job, you guys. And the past 2 years, I made so much money, you guys. I made so much money these past 2 years.
Golden is our home.
It's insane how much, man. It's been crazy though. These past years have been too much, man. It gets overwhelming. You know, the amount of death I've had to deal with has been like a lot. But you know, it's like I'm grounded myself. I feel good about everything, man. But this past year has been crazy. All the people we've had pass away. You know, like all the COVID and everything. It's been really interesting. Shit, I got all distracted now. I'm all fucking deep into my head about that. Anyways, back to fun times.
You didn't take your ivermectin?
Ivermectin, no. I have to start drinking my own pee now because they're out of ivermectin. All the stores are out of the ivermectin, so I started drinking my own pee.
With Spotify.
Spotify's got all the hordes of all of it, guys. Honestly, I've been a mortician for the past 15 years, you guys. 15 years I've been a mortician, you guys. It's been a crazy. I've seen a lot of stuff. Seen a lot of stuff doing my line of work, guys. I'm grateful for everything I've ever done. I've seen a lot of stuff. Some of the most interesting stuff I get to do is like I get to be a fly on the wall on some of the most random family situations. Like, I had to deal with these 3 sisters recently. They had their father pass away. Like, we already had him in our care, but it was that appointment to set up the actual service date and everything. So I walk in the room, I sense this tension like immediately. We're like, 2 of the sisters were getting along great, but there was one sister just stewing in the corner, just very upset, Every so often I'd go to the arrangements. The one sister would make a remark and the tension would just get worse. So at the very end of it, I asked her, who's going to take care of payment on this? Who's going to pay for all this? And that's when the one sister, she hands me her credit card. And she does so, she looks at the other 2 sisters and she's like, oh, you're not going to help on this at all? And that's when the tension finally just broke. The other 2 sisters like, I knew you were going to do this. I swear to God. And they start just yelling at each other. I didn't know what to do in that situation. So I did the only thing I knew what to do. I grabbed the credit card and I walked out of the room. I was like, all right, cool.
That's all you can do, man.
That's all I can do, man. So I'm in the next room, I'm processing the payment. Like a part of me is thinking, okay, they're yelling at each other, but this is good, this is healthy, this is a part of the grieving process, And I can see them start swinging on each other, and I was like, oh no, all right, I gotta get back in there. So run back into the room, just, ladies, please calm down, please calm down. I know. This is a very emotional moment for all 3 of you. But I need you to come together now more than ever because your credit card declined. I need you to use another credit card right now because your card did not go through. Yeah, man. I brought that family together like a good mortician, you guys. That's my job, man. Feel good. So I've seen a lot of stuff being in the business for 15 years. 15 years I've been a mortician, man. It's like this past 2 years have been crazy. I work for a very small funeral home. So like, we're not as strict about certain things. Like, we're still having viewings for people that passed away from COVID. We'd have some rules though, we'd have some ground rules, like you can look but don't touch. Like we can offer our condolences and like this stick for poking, like that's all we can do. I'm sorry, it was sad.
Southwest mortuary.
I work for a very small place, like so like we work with other small funeral homes, we try to help each other out. And I was working with one of their small funeral homes. They had one of their coworkers pass away from COVID, and it was like really sad because like when one of our own passes away, it's like we really feel it, because like it's our brother in arms, and they passed away. And so I was talking to their workers, and they were just like, "Yeah, Louis passed away, man." I said, "Oh, I send my condolences. I'm sorry about that." So yeah, it's okay, man. He's still with us. He's still in the cooler. We still got him in the the cooler. The permit hasn't filed yet. Well, that's a good positive way. That's a good positive spin, you guys. That's what we got to do here to keep up the positivity.
Right.
So this craziness of COVID, man, it's been so crazy. Yeah. So they were saying us to do a show here at the Christian Comedy Club. I was excited, you guys.
All right.
Yeah. And because I'm at church constantly, you guys. I went to a Christian service. I went to a Catholic service. We did a Muslim service just recently, you guys. I'm at all the services, you guys. I'm in all the churches constantly. Yeah. This is a fun time. I'm excited to be out here. It's been crazy because, like, honestly, like this is kind of therapeutic for me because this past 2 years have been very, very insane, man. So like, I need to get out and start doing stuff. So thank you guys for coming out and supporting live comedy and giving me a chance to talk in public and stuff. So yeah, because like I do public talking, but it mostly is for funerals. So it's just like it's weird. Like I was doing a funeral the other day and I forgot, like, because I also do comedy, so I had to like, I get the 2 mixed up every once in a while. This is kind of weird, It's like, keep it going for the daughter, everybody. She's really sad. It doesn't work. It's just really awkward, man. But I love what I do, you guys. I love what I do. But I've seen a lot of stuff, you guys. Mostly male genitalia. I've seen way too many male genitalia. It's very uncomfortable, you guys. It's very uncomfortable. Like the male genitalia could do some weird things. Like I saw a man's down there. His testicles, like it blew up to like the size of a beach balloon. You guys, they can blow up to the size of a beach balloon. Like I sat there for hours trying to blow it up. Just
Oh my god.
it just takes forever.
Wow.
Wow is right.
I don't know what to think about that. I'm gonna have to think about that one a long time now. Thanks.
That's the right response. Thank you, man. I enjoy this. Like I said, I've seen a lot of stuff, you guys. Been doing this for 15 years. I've seen so many things. One thing I've never seen is a dead midget. Yeah. Never, ever. It's just weird because like I've been in the business for 15 years, and like every time I need to meet another mortician, that's always like one of the first questions I ask is, "Have you seen one?" Because like there are 10s or 20s of them out there, but like nobody's ever seen one. It's just so weird. Like so, I have weird theories about that.
What is the theory on that?
One of my theories is like either they have some sort of like weird Benjamin Button disease where they just get smaller and smaller and just disappear altogether one day.
Oh my. Hey, you know what? You've never seen any.
Is that it makes sense? It makes sense. My other theory is like if you've seen Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, that scene where just Yoda just like dies, he just like magically disappears. Just like that's my other theory, you guys. So like if you know a midget and you go to their home one day and you just see like a tiny pair of clothing on the floor, just know they passed on to that next life, you guys. They passed on to that next life.
Just close.
It's just closed there. That's all that's left, you guys. Closure. Yeah, you guys, we're having fun, you guys. Like I said, like Srandall's saying, I'm Mexican. I'm coming from a big family. I got a lot of family, you guys. I got two Tia Marias, I got a Tio Rogelio, I got a Tio Porfirio. I got a Tio Coyote, you guys. Tio Coyote. Good old Tio Coyote. You don't know what that is? That's the guy that's running shit across the border. Like whether it be drugs, people, money, like that's the guy who's doing that stuff, man. Good times all around, provided by me, Tio Coyote, man. He used to give me the best advice growing up. He said to me, mijo, don't join a gang. You don't need that negativity in your lifestyle. You're just gonna get caught up in other people's charges. You don't need that, mijo. God rest his soul, man. God rest his soul. Yeah. But he's not dead. He's just now locked up in prison. He now goes by inmate 20120882. Like, he's gone but never forgotten, you know? Like, we'll start to forget about him and the phone will ring. Like, this is a collect call from the California Corrections Institute. It's like, oh, it's Mateo, you guys, he's thinking about us again. To accept the charges, press 1. That's when I hang up, you guys. That's when I hang up.
You ran the credit card.
That's one thing my deal has taught me is don't get caught up in other people's charges, you guys. Don't get caught up in those charges. I love my deal, man. You guys, we're having fun. We're having fun here in Colton, you guys.
Are we? Amen.
Amen, man. I'm happy to be out here, man. At the Colton First Christian Comedy Club. What happened to the counselor? Did he leave? I think the counselor.
Dr. G might have.
Dr. G might have left, you guys. It's all right. He's got like appointments. He's an important man.
He has a G on his card. He's like a superhero.
He is a superhero, man. He's a superhero. He's a counselor here in Colton. You have to be a superhero, man.
Don't you?
You have to be, man. It's craziness out here. All right, but we're having fun. I love what I do, you guys. I love being a mortician. I love being a comedian, you guys. But it's weird. Before doing the mortuary work, I used to work for a pizza place, just delivering pizzas. Like there was a point in my life where I was doing both the jobs, and I was like getting exhausted. You know, I started getting the two confused. Show up to a house, like people are just upset with me when I show up to the house. Just like, where have you been? It's like I don't even know what job I'm on right now. Do you have the pepperoni or the dead grandmother? I don't even know what to do. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. It was always upsetting me. Yeah, it's craziness, man. I like what I do, but it's crazy. All the stuff I get to see, man, like it's always interesting. I'm just gonna confess something right now. Not even a joke. It's kind of something I'm trying to work on, but I've seen a lot of stuff, you guys. I cremated the wrong body one time, you guys. It's an actual thing. Thank you for laughing. Yeah. It was actually very traumatic for me, but it's a thing that actually happened.
What did you say? You saw Rocky
No,
3?
I cremated the wrong body one time.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, right.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm not allowed back at that Chuck E. Cheese anymore, man. It's just
That's great. We just talked about that.
about Chuck E. Cheese or about cremating the wrong body.
About jokes.
We're having fun. We're having
Jokes
fun.
have to do with Chuck E. Cheese. People get offended. Yeah, because they're banning the mouse book.
The body, oh, yeah, I heard about that.
So you have to be careful with nice jokes.
With mice jokes. You're very sensitive, you guys. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I like what I do there, you guys. It's a difficult job because it's very emotionally, like, it takes a toll on me mentally, man. Like, but then I started to realize, like even if I wanted to kill myself today, either way, I would still have to go to work tomorrow. Like, I just have to go in the back door at that point, man. It's like there's no escape.
Never stops.
I love her. She's laughing. Oh, I love this so much. Thank you so much. She gets it. Thank you. Yeah, you guys. I love what I do, you guys. But like I said, it can get emotionally draining. But it gives me also like a great appreciation for life, man. Like I'm really appreciative for what I have and the things I've seen, man. I'm gonna leave everybody with this. I don't know how much time I'm doing, but I'm gonna wrap up with this, man. Like I've been doing this a long time, and like I can just say, especially during this past 2 years, man, I've learned enjoying every moment we have, you guys. Enjoy every moment we have. Like, enjoy those good moments, like, weather through the bad moments, because we only get so many moments in life, man.
Well, you got that right.
And, like, never sweat the small stuff in life, guys. Never sweat the small shit in life, you guys. Never sweat the small shit.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I enjoy it.
And I mean that literally, because, like, I have picked up so many people off the toilet, and it's always those little itty bitty acorn-sized shit that gets them, you guys. It's always, it never fails. Like, I pull them off the toilet, I'm expecting a big, no, it's always those little acorn ones, you guys. Like, realize we've all had them. Just realize, like, everybody shits themselves when they die. Like, everybody. Like, so that shit is, like, it's gonna work its way out of there.
It's a thing that happens.
It's a thing that happens. It'll work its way out of there. The real question is, are you? That's been my, well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do one more joke real quick, because, Srandall said not to do these type of jokes, but I'm going to do it.
He's the judge of the crowd, folks.
Yeah, because like, I love what I do, because one of my favorite things about my line of work is, like, no matter how much of a terrible person you were in life, someone will miss you and love you in death. Like, no matter what. No matter what. Give you guys an example, like Adolf Hitler. Like, Hitler's parents, like, they still loved him, no matter what. That was still their little baby boy, you know? I can imagine them making their funeral arrangements, just like, asking questions, like, tell us about your boys. Like, well, first of all, he was a really good public speaker. Yeah, he was really good with the public speaking. Yeah. He also enjoyed a good barbecue. That's my last joke, you guys. Thank you guys so much. I've been Juan Cias, you guys. We talked about it, but I broke that rule because that's what rules are made for, you guys. My name is Juan Cias. Thank you guys so much. Keep it going. Keep it going for your host, Mr. Srandall Slopez, everybody.
Great. Take this over. Just keep it going. Fantastic. Thank you, my brother.
And now we know that it is evidently not too soon for that, whatever that was. And he's a credit to his race, ladies and gentlemen, whatever that was. Juan Cias. Thank you, Juan Cias. What a great job. He's a very funny man. Also, he broke the rule. Now we can all run the 4-minute mile. He's the Roger Bannister of comedy. He went there. Christina, right? Christina.
Yeah.
He went there, man. Juan Cias went there, man. He went there all the way. So we want to thank everybody that came out tonight, the Colton First Christian Comedy Club. Luke Savage, my friend, I owe you a drink and possibly some gas money. Thank you for coming out. I'll take care of you. And I want to say thank you especially to Brian Petrasek and to all of our friends that came out. Adriana, right? Adriana? Adrian. Yo? Adrian? Really? That's great. Fantastic. Christina, thank you. Selena, wonderful. Brian Petrasek, again, thank you. This was a big deal. He came through at the last minute. We were both greeting together over my dog, my beautiful dog. And he called me and said, do you want me to come over? It just so happened I did. And so he was able to step in this morning or later this afternoon, do a little extra. I want to thank Juan Cias for getting on the bill as he did. performing a great set. Thank you, Juan Cias. And again, to all of our friends, Dr. G, CD of Colton, Center Point Church, and we'll see you there on Sunday, Lord willing. Also, Colton First Assembly of God, and to all our friends out and about, we'll see you next time. See you later.